Good day guys, and welcome to a track guide here at Spa in Belgium. Today I'm just gonna walk through what I do on this track, braking points and any other information I can give about the corners, which then will follow by an actual lap. So yes, I do hope you guys enjoy this, you get some new information, and yeah, let's see you on the next one.
Zombie apocalypse.
Okay,
Green line, go.
first braking point for turn 1 is the 100 meter point. As you approach, you can even see this on the left side of the road becomes a little bit darker than the other parts of the road, but I will start braking as soon as that 100 board is on the left. When I'm about at it, I will shift down to first gear and I will try to aim to take this corner as tight as possible. Be careful for not to hit the inside wall, and then you can try to get an acceleration as quickly as possible. You're going to go up to second, third, fourth, fifth, just before you reach a roost at the bottom. Now the start of a roost, I will highly recommend that you take the corner with your left wheels just going over the curb here. As soon as you hit this curb here, you're gonna lift a little bit. You're gonna be about half on the throttle, and you're gonna stay there for maybe a second on half throttle, and then you're gonna put foot down and you're gonna power through our roost going up this hill. Please remember, if you're gonna go more than this over this curb that I'm standing on, the rear of the car is gonna get unstable and the chances of spinning out is gonna be a high possibility, believe me on that. So as you go up a roost, like I said, I'm gonna be about half throttle, and round about here I'm going flat throttle all the way through. Try to keep close to the inside there, and then you're gonna start going over the left curb. Now on this straight here, what I've noticed is you want to stay in 5th gear with the Ferrari up until 259 kilometers per hour. On 259, shift to 6th gear. It's about, I'm gonna lie, but you gain a little bit of extra top end. As soon as you're gonna go over 259, you actually, I think you're gonna lose too much torque going to 6th gear, which are obviously now gonna mess around with your top end as you're gonna get to the end of the straight. The next braking point is just before the left curb, just before the curb starts here. I will say it's around about here. I will start braking and I will shift down to 2nd gear. Please make sure your speed is not too much. As soon as you're gonna go through this corner with too much speed, the rear will step out. Try to stay close to the curb there. You can even go a little bit on the green. You will be in 2nd gear through this corner, and you're gonna get up to 3rd, and you're gonna just ease off the throttle. Try to hug the curb here on the right side again. Do not go on top of the green there. As soon as you're gonna go up top of the green, it's gonna make the car unstable. For this little piece of straight, you're going to be in 4th gear. Braking point is where the curb starts. But if you are going to carry a lot of fuel, the tires are not going to be warm enough yet, I would recommend to start braking just before the curb starts. At this point, for this corner, you're going to be in 4th, you're going to get down to 2nd gear, and you're going to try to stay as close as possible to the inside curb. 2nd gear all the way through here. As soon as you're going to start to accelerate too quickly, the rear will step up. I think it's because of the camber of that corner. So you're going to be a 2nd gear, you're going to go up to 3rd. For me, braking point is here at this corner, or for this left-hander. is I will, from second gear, I will go up to third gear. But I will be in third gear maybe for a second and a half. In my mind, I actually just like say, I change to third gear and I say 1 and then I start braking. You're gonna stay in third gear for this corner. Again, try to touch the curb but do not go onto the green. Still in third gear, and then you're gonna pull out going down this downhill. Next braking point, I look at the fence on the right hand side. You will see there's like a little bit of orange. It looks like a hole where a driver that crashed or someone can climb through, but on the right hand side, the square of orange is my braking point. So if I'm not mistaken, I'll be in 5th gear. I will gear only 1 gear down to 4th. As I said, as soon as I go past this orange square, I will start braking. Still keep it, you don't want to turn in too quickly. Almost at the end of the curve, you're going to start turning in. Still, the car will be coasting here, and I will only start accelerating as soon as the curve on the left comes to an end. So around about here, I will start accelerating in 4th gear. You're going to again try to come as close as possible to this curve here on the inside. Just remember, one of your main aims on this track is to make this track as short as possible for yourself. Everyone knows there's a driving line. Just try to stick to that driving line as much as possible to get through this track as quick as possible. Next braking point, I use this advertising board of Total in front of me. So as soon as I will say about to go underneath this board, I'm gonna try to get like my aiming right. I will say around about here. I will gear down, so it's gonna be 5th gear. You're gonna gear down to 3rd gear, and again you're gonna aim for early apex. You're gonna try to stay as close to the inside curve as possible, but do not go on top of the curb. It's very bumpy and it will make the car unstable. Still, you're going to be in 3rd gear for a left-hander. You have to be patient with the throttle. As soon as you're going to get onto the throttle too quickly here, you're going to run wide, and the chances going onto this green that's here on the right hand side to spin out chances are really good there. Then I will start braking for this next corner for this right-hander. Just before the curb starts, I will be in 3rd gear, but I'm going to shift down to 2nd. Again, you're going to try to be as close. Yeah, I don't find any issues if you do go on top of the curb, but still you can lose perhaps a bit of time. So you're going to be 2nd gear for here. You're going to shift up to 3rd. And over here, round about, I would say just round about here, you're going to lift a little bit, and you're going to go down on the power. So there's a chance that you're going to run a little bit wide. Just try to stay within the track limit so you don't build up the penalties and get a drive-through penalty at the end of the day. But yeah, 3rd gear, you're going to lift a little bit. If it happens that you feel that you're running a bit too wide, especially in a Ferrari, what I notice is if you give throttle and you leave throttle, so you actually play with the throttle around like a quick 2-tap, it actually becomes like the car gets more grip and it's going to stay on the black stuff instead of running wide. So like a tap is what I sometimes do if I feel I'm too quickly through this corner. That happened just through like playing around. I noticed that like tapping the throttle like that, like very quickly, helps with keeping the car on the road instead of it's running wide and you're going to lose speed. Coming up, we've got a piece of straight going here. So for the next corner, if you hit this corner right, you will be able to go through this corner without lifting at all. But it's easier said than done. So you're going to run to 5th gear, you're going to stay in 5th gear, the car's going to be revving high. You're going to try to hug obviously the inside curb there as much as possible. And you're going to be running over the curb on the right hand side. So like I said, if you do that corner right, and it takes a lot of practice, you can do it flat out with no lifting. Then coming up to the bus stop, here while the braking here and going through the bus stop, you're gonna either lose a lot of time or you're gonna gain a lot of time. If you get this corner perfectly, believe me, you can even up to a second you can gain here. And even for myself, I was shocked when I saw that in previous runs. So what you're going to try to aim is, you're not going to want to go all the way to the left side to start with your braking points. You're going to try to stay in the middle here. As you can already see, just in front there's a white line that's appeared. It's actually like, I don't know, my screen's flickering, but now we can see this white line.
Alright mate, 5 minutes to go. Keep pushing.
So my braking point will be as soon as the white line, you're about to drive over it. So I want to say when your nose is about to touch it, you will start braking, you will gear down all the way to first gear. Your aim is then, obviously, as you get in, you're going to go wide and you're going to start turning in. At this moment, you want to get on top of the curb, the inside curb on the right. You're going to go a little bit wide, and then you can start turning in for the second corner. And then from here, you're going to start powering out. And you're going to aim for the curb on the outside line. And if you do that right, you should look at about a time of 2 minutes 18 plus minus. It's going to be 2 minutes 18.5. I think my personal best I did was a 2 minutes 17.8. But yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna show you guys a lap, obviously in full speed, where I'm trying to go around Spa. And I really hope this is going to be able to help any person going with the Ferrari 488 GT3.
Well done, mate. That's all the best.